I want to take personal responsibility for the fact that it's not going to flood in central Ohio.
Why is that?
It's because of something I did yesterday. You know how when you go somewhere and you take an umbrella, it never rains? But if you don't take the umbrella, you get poured on?
Yeah.
So I went out yesterday. Our sump pump in our basement is like 15 years old, right? And I'm like, really need to replace this thing. But there's water down in there right now, and I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to wait till it's dry to replace it. But I went to Menards yesterday, Target.
Of course you did, yes.
And I bought like a sump pump basically that has an external hose that I can run out like the basement window. So if my sump pump goes, I just plug that one in and kind of drop it in, and it'll pump the water out. So I have a backup. It was $100. It's in the box, and if I need it, it's there, and I can drop it in there and keep my basement dry. But the fact that I bought it, I think means we're not going to get flooded. It's like the umbrella.
I like that we have a backup as well. Because, I was telling you off air, my fear is my husband made me set the alarm at the house because, one, he doesn't have the login. I don't know why. But to make sure if like our basement starts flooding, the alarm will go off or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what I would do in that case.
if the alarm goes off and it's starting to flood, you'll just be like,
like,
honey?
what if when I get home, it just goes off and I'm like, okay, cool.
Well,
I don't know what to do.
I don't know. Get a mop.
Really going to be good for, life or death situations.
Get a mop. There you go.
A mop, yeah.
It looks like we could see some severe weather again tonight. Nothing like we saw the other day, but still some thunderstorms and things like that. And then just rain all weekend, which is going to be great for all the soccer I'll be sitting at.
You'll be fine. Just bring an umbrella.
I've got I don't know if you've ever heard of these, but it's a frog tog suit. These things are great. They're waterproof. They're pants and a coat and a hood that you put on, and they're 100% waterproof, and you can just sit out there and stay dry. So I'll be
you bougie Kirsch.
It is the least flattering outfit I own.
Hey, you're still bougie because you own one.
It's $20 at Meijer.
Bougie. Okay. I've never heard of it. So just admit you're bougie already.
Is that the definition of bougie? If you haven't heard of it, it's bougie?
Yes.
Okay.
It is, yes.
Fair enough.
You are correct.
Kirsch and Emyle, Classic Hit Country 1039, The Maverick. Ooh, that music's good. I like that.
I like it. I was like, okay, let's go.
Let's go. We're talking about there's a central Ohio town that has hit the Final Four in the Strongest Town contest. Now, how did this work?
I believe that there's just a competition that highlights cities that prioritize improving lives of families. And so this town, Marion, Ohio, is in the Final Four. And Marion is competing against Bend, Oregon. Have you been there?
To Bend, yes, I have.
Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Never been there.
And Greenfield, Massachusetts.
Never been there.
So their population's only 35,000 people.
Marion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But no, I guess there's
Did you think it was bigger or smaller?
Smaller.
You thought it was smaller than Marion? Or Marion was smaller than 35,000?
Yeah. No, I don't know why.
It's a normal, like, 35,000 type town.
So, are you excited for Marion? Do you think it's going to win?
I don't know. I don't know enough about the things they're doing to prioritize like improving the lives of families, but I mean if they're doing a lot, then sure. Bend, Oregon is beautiful, though. I will say that. I don't know how they if they were up against the most beautiful town. I'm sorry, Marion, you would not win.
Well, it's not. That's rude. Okay, no, it's the strongest town. It's just probably because they want to grow their population.
Yeah, they probably do.
They do have good family lives and stuff like that. But I didn't even know this was a thing. But I go Ohio, go Marion, Ohio, right?
Oh, yeah. There you go. It's the county seat of Marion County.
Well, that's good to know. I would assume that.
And they have the spinning ball in the cemetery.
Oh, that's right. That's where it is. Okay, well, they should win based off that.
I mean, they should. If you don't know what that is, there's a cemetery in Marion that has this monument that has a ball on top of it. It's a big concrete ball. And rumor has it, it moves. It spins.
Not a rumor. It's a ghost.
Okay. So the ghost shows up and spins it.
Yeah, I thought that's really, isn't that the thing? Do you think that it just spins on its own? Like they just have that to spin?
I don't know. I can't explain it. But it moves.
Because it's a
apparently.
ghost.
Okay, so the ghost shows up every night and spins it a little bit, according to Emily.
Yes, and probably just to mess with you if you go see it.
So they might not only win the world's strongest town contest, but also the strongest ghost contest.
Yes, exactly.
Because this guy's out there spinning a concrete ball in the cemetery.
Why do you have to say it's a guy? How do you not know what's up? Please don't look at me like that.
I just use it as a generic term. This thing is out there spinning it. How's that?
There we go. This
We
ghost.
always like to feature these
Say it
people
properly.
doing dumb things, people behaving badly. You know, I went with this one because we've talked in the past about how so many of these are from Florida, and this one is the opposite of Florida. It came out of Oklahoma this week.
Okay, I'm glad it's not Florida for once.
Let me just read the headline. Idiot criminal of the day. Thief cracks open a beer and chats with witnesses waiting for the police to arrest him.
Okay, I truly what?
Okay, here's the story. A beer thief in Oklahoma knew when enough was enough. Once he was trapped and had nowhere else to go, he just had a drink and chatted with witnesses. According to the reports, this week a man in Oklahoma smashed out the doors in a Quick Trip gas station to steal some beer. Then he fled and somehow ended up crashing into a grocery store. Right? So he took off and smashed through the front of a grocery store. He was then cornered and had nowhere else to go. So he took the beer that he stole and was like, you know what? I'm just going to crack it open and chat with a few witnesses while the police were on their way to arrest him.
You know what? I kind of respect it. Like, he knew he had nowhere else to go, so he's like, okay, I'll just be cool.
I know, right? The man was identified as Jose Salervio, I think is how you say Salervio. He was arrested and faces charges relating to felony vandalism and it says petite larceny. What is that?
Okay. What is that?
I don't know. Petite larceny. We're gonna have to look that one up. But
You have to respect him, Kirsch, right?
Like if you're gonna go, just go all in.
No, exactly. So petite larceny is petty larceny or petty theft.
Okay.
Is a theft of property valued below a certain amount.
I'm not going to condone this behavior whatsoever, but I mean, like, he's got this stolen beer. He's like, well, hey, they're coming to get me. I might as well enjoy it.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't support like stealing, but you have to kind of respect him at the same time. Like, okay, cool.
I'm surprised this didn't happen in Columbus because it ended with a car inside a building.
Oh my gosh, did you see the latest one?
There was another one?
Yeah, I can't. I'm going to look it up where it is and I'll let you know. Yeah, it's crazy.
On behalf of everybody in Central Ohio, can we stop that, by the way?
Right. It's kind of insane. Like, you can't enjoy. I can't sit by windows anymore. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're waiting for a car to come blasting through. And if it's Jose, he'll jump out and maybe he'll share a beer with you. All right, there's your people behaving badly this week. Emily, I want to know what your rules are for your phone when you're driving. Is it set it down, like never touch it? Like, let's be super, super honest here.
I rarely touch my phone when I'm driving.
Okay. So, but you do from time to time.
Yes, unfortunately, but we have Bluetooth now in the car. Well, most of us do.
Right.
So I just, fight with Siri if I need to text something.
Right. And that's the thing. So do you consider that distracted driving? The reason I bring this up, April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. And in a survey, 74% of Americans claim they have never touched their phone while driving over the past year. And I think
that's a lie.
That's a lie. 100% that's a lie.
Yeah. I don't now. Even though I hate saying like I do sometimes, usually it's at a red light, I will say. But I don't know why we are distracted by holding our phone in our hands anymore when most of us have, Bluetooth cars.
Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all of those.
All of that.
And the car will do most of it for you.
It's not worth your life. It's not worth someone else's life. It's not. It can wait. It honestly, I know that's an old saying for the commercials, but it can wait.
Here's what's interesting about this. So this survey, 74% of Americans say they never touch their phone while driving. Again, that's a lie. Other people do it, though. So 65% of the people surveyed say they see other drivers using their phones behind the wheel at least a couple times a week. And it's interesting. The one that drives me crazy, I'll pick mine up at a red light or whatever. A lot of times, if it's not connected to Bluetooth, I know how to get to the voice command or whatever on the phone to do a voice text or, whatever I'm doing. But I do see people driving down the highway and they're just looking at their phone, driving along, not paying any attention to where they're going. It drives me nuts. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says that distracted driving was the cause of over 3,000 deaths and over 400,000 injuries nationwide in just 2024 alone.
Wow, that is insane.
So your rules are let's just use the car.
Yeah, use the car. I mean, I hate saying it, isn't it kind of that's what it's for now?
Right.
Or just don't do it at all. It's not that hard.
So the one thing that I will say, even with the car, sometimes, when you're fighting with Siri or you're trying to go to a map or something like that using the screen in the car can sometimes be distracting.
Well, I guess I never really touched the screen in the car, though.
Oh, so you just
I pull up my map before I leave because I need directions everywhere, and I never really fight with it. I pick what I'm going to listen to, which is obviously us here at 103.9 The Maverick, and that's it.
Just get in the car and the Maverick plays and you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's not a lie.
And then set your map to get you here so you know how to get from your house to here.
Every single day. I'm not even kidding.
Stop it.
I know.
Stop it. You use a map to get here?
Yes, I do.
Oh, Emily. Oh, Emily.
I make you proud every day, I know.
So, Emily, TikTok. It's going to be banned again.
Yeah, here we go again.
Maybe. What's the deal with this?
They're still looking for a buyer, apparently, and I'm just wondering, is TikTok like the rest of us, where we just thought we've got plenty of time to worry about that later, and then it becomes later?
Probably. I think that's what's happening. So, are you on TikTok?
I am trying to be on TikTok. I figured, the second round was my chance to be the influencer I've always dreamt of never being.
Yeah.
So, are your girls going to be okay, though? That's the real question here.
I'll tell you what, when it was banned the first time for 4 hours or whatever it was, I mean, it was seriously a quick ban that came back. They all freaked out. But what I saw, they use Snapchat.
Look at them and go, are you okay?
Am I what?
So you look at them and go, are you okay? It's an app.
Well, it's an app, but it's the way they keep in touch with their friends and stuff like that. So, you and I, back in the day, would be on the phone with our friends. They're all TikTok and Snapchat to keep on top of what's going on with everybody, right?
They can't just text them and go, how are you?
What are you, 90? Text?
Yeah, I am, apparently. My bad.
Emily.
I don't have teenage daughters, though, so I have a son who throws his toys at me.
Texting. God, that's for 90-year-olds. No,
that's right.
seriously,
No, I'm
it's
actually
all Snapchat and TikTok for them.
That's crazy. So, also, okay, that actually just reminds me of this point. We're trying to ban TikTok, but Snapchat should really be the one banned here.
Why?
I feel because I feel like that's more dangerous than TikTok is.
Well, it's.
I mean, you can see people's locations on there.
Yeah.
You literally can see that when they're walking and everything. Things get deleted. I mean, it can be creepy.
Well, if you have your Snap Maps on, you can see all that. But that's one thing as a parent. As a parent, that's one thing you have to sort of monitor with Snapchat, right? We know that their Snap Maps are not on, right? I don't want people to know where they are.
There's still creepiness on there. There's more creepiness on Snapchat than TikTok, I feel like.
There's more propaganda on TikTok than there is on Snapchat. So it's but look, there's bad everywhere. You just, as a parent, you have to do your best to monitor it, right?
But, back in the olden days, newspapers were propaganda at times, weren't they? So I'm just saying, it's all I don't know. I'm wondering how many people are going to spiral again because it's getting banned. But you know what else I thought of? I didn't realize that how many people came clean, how many influencers came clean that they were lying about their influencing. than the first time it got banned. Did you know that?
I don't know what you mean.
A bunch of fitness influencers were like, oh, no, I used Ozempic. I don't work out every day.
Oh.
And a bunch of like those kinds of influencers were like, no, I've been lying to you the whole time.
Oh, good. So
Like,
you're
good
saying
to know.
everything on the internet isn't true? What?
What? I know, crazy.
You should text somebody about that, Agnes.
No, you got to call them, Kirsch.
Hey, I have a question for you. So Easter's coming up, and I was thinking about this the other day. My daughter and I were talking about this with Easter candy. Remember when we talked about Peeps not too long ago, and I told you that I like to microwave my Peeps?
Yes, and that's really weird to me.
You thought I was insane for that?
Yep.
Anybody else do that? Text me, 991-1039. Let me know that I'm not crazy. I like to put them in the microwave for just a couple of seconds, just to warm them up, soften them.
If you go too long, they're going to explode.
Well, yeah, you don't... Well, you microwave anything too long and it explodes.
What is the correct amount then, Kirsch?
Oh, like 5 seconds. 7 seconds. Something like that. Real quick.
Okay.
Just
Why
a little
don't
zip
you try 10 here in the microwave here and see how well that goes?
No, I don't want to burn the place down. Do you have any
Okay.
Easter candies that you eat? Like, I was thinking about this. Around Halloween and Thanksgiving, candy corn comes out. And that, like, people buy candy corn, and I'm still convinced that nobody really likes candy corn.
I like candy corn, so.
Do you have any, like, Easter candies or traditional foods like that you eat every year because it's Easter or because it's Christmas or whatever that you don't like? Because I have one.
Peeps is mine. I honestly, every time I try one, I'm like, why did I try this? I don't like it.
But you try it every year.
Yes, for some reason, I think that this will be the year. I'm going to like it.
You know what I do that with? I do it with Cadbury cream eggs.
Are you okay?
So here's the thing. Those things, I used to love them when I was a kid.
Oh, you had too many as a child?
I don't know if it's that, but what happens now when I have Cadbury cream eggs, the first bite, I'm like, man, this is so delicious. And then the second bite, I'm like, okay, that's a lot, right? And then by the third bite, I'm like,
extra creamy.
I am good for a while. I'm trying to pull up my sound bite here that isn't working.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay, third bite.
Diabetes.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, there you go. That's how I feel after the third bite.
I love that is right there, ready to go whenever.
It took a little while to pull up today. Wilford was a little slow.
Wilford's ready for the weekend.
All right, so there you go. Yeah, so it's Cadbury cream eggs for me, and it's Peeps for you. So happy Easter. It's coming up on the 20th. Emily will be trying her Peeps. I'll be doing my cream eggs.